You know, you can spend so much time desiring so many things in this life. A better appearance, a bigger house, a faster car, more money, more clout, more clothes, etc. You know, there's so many things to desire within this lifetime that we get to exist in, you know? But at what point does any of that stuff truly bring the fulfillment that you once believed it to have the capacity for? You know what I mean? We spend so much time craving things and just wanting them that we make that our entire focus, and then we obtain them, and then we continue to obtain those things again and again. But how fulfilled is one truly if they continuously have to, you know, go back and get it and things of that nature? And let me be more specific, right? Let's say there's a woman who internally she's insecure, right? On the surface, she could be naturally, genuinely beautiful, but she doesn't see herself that way, right? So she opts to go get surgery. She gets a BBL, she gets her body done up completely. And she does this, and now she's receiving all this attention and admiration from men. And, you know, she immerses herself into that flow of life, but she still doesn't feel confident in her honest self. She doesn't feel like enough. So she's like, okay, I need another surgery, and then maybe I'll begin to feel better. So she continues to go back and get different surgeries, but to what avail? Because internally, she still doesn't feel like she's enough. She never felt like enough, and she went out to get this surgery because she thought maybe if I get this surgery done and I do this and the third and I change how I look and my life starts to change around me, maybe I'll feel better. But she still does not feel like she's truly enough. You know, I'll give an example for me. During the pandemic, when I was about 16, I kept coming up with vision boards about how I wanted to change my entire life. I was saying things like, let's grow to 6'10". Let's get to 245 pounds of pure muscle. Let's have 5 to 6% body fat. Let's have a 48-inch vertical just from standing and a 54-inch from running and jumping. Let's run the 40-yard dash in 4 seconds. Let's win an NBA title in every single year we're in the NBA. Let's be the all-time leader in every major category. Also, leave a window open to be a rapper, an actor, and also have philanthropy. You know, let's set up, what are those things? Fuck! Josiah, insert a picture here. You know, and I spent so much time rewriting that list and doing that like every day. It got to a point I literally was like, I want to manifest having blue eyes. I literally said that. I literally tried to do it a few times too. And then one day during that time period of my life, I literally was just like, bro, what happens if I obtain all these things and I'm still not happy? What if I still obtain these things and I'm not even as confident as I appear on the surface? You know what I mean? And it was with that realization, I'm like, I don't know right now, but maybe one day I will feel like I'm enough. Maybe I have more than enough now and I just don't know it yet. You know, maybe I'm in an amazing position and I just need to be patient, and maybe maybe things will turn out differently. And taking that route was such a blessing for me because I ended up stepping into some of the most genuine, authentic self-love and care for myself, and a life that I can be truly, truly grateful for and cherish without clinging to it, you know, because I am truly in an amazing position, and I am honestly loving myself more than I ever could have had I went out and tried to obtain all those other things. And it made me realize that none of this stuff that we chase, that we crave, that we want, that we claim we should get is ever enough if I don't feel like I'm enough. You know, if I don't feel like I have more than enough, or if I don't feel like I am more than enough, then anything outside of me is not going to satisfy me, no matter how much I obtain. I could go out and sleep with 100 women and still be like, this isn't fulfilling my heart. This is not fulfilling my spirit. This is not fulfilling my emotional needs. You know, I could obtain $10 million tomorrow and still feel like I'm broke. You know, if you don't ever truly feel like you are enough internally, it's like, how can any of this stuff truly satisfy you except create the illusion and facade that it is fulfilling you, when in reality, it's just a quick high and it's gone. And having to go back after it again and again and again will just lead it to being more mundane over time. And that's just how I feel. Obviously, y'all know me. I'm not saying this is how y'all feel or how anyone should feel, but this is just me speaking honestly. And for anyone else who does feel it, you know, I get it. You know, maybe it's different for you. And it's just realizing that nothing for me will ever be enough if I'm not enough on my own, if I don't feel like I'm enough without any of this, without any physical possessions, without anything to obtain, without any desire to chase. You know, if I'm not enough here, it'll never be enough anywhere else. Yeah.